The sun is out, it's hot, but there's a lot of people outside this court precinct at the Groblersdal court. And right now, EFF and ANC members are trying to fight for space as we set up here to cross live to you. Unati, we had planned to speak to both parties, but because of the crowd and the way it was carried out, we now only have a representative from the EF. But before I speak to him, Unati, I just want to give you a brief summary of what happened in court. Mr. Groenewald and Greef did appear inside that court, and their bail application continued. Today, what we were actually expecting was video footage taken by surveillance cameras inside that area, the premises where the assault allegedly happened, to be played in court. But when that was supposed to start, the state came in and said they want to reopen their case and lead new evidence, where we saw the defense opposing this application, that they should be given more information about what this new evidence is. It gives them an opportunity to either oppose or do whatever with that application. But at this point, because they felt they were being ambushed, they didn't know what they would do with the additional information. They needed to find out what additional information that is. And the magistrate Mashele, gave both the state and the defense around until 11 a.m. today to discuss this in order for the defense with information whether it's going to oppose or do what with the application, that the additional information that the state will be bringing. But as I stated, Unati, outside court is a hive of activity. We've seen a lot of EFF and ANC people, but we've also seen the ACDP people wearing these t-shirts, protesting outside court. One of them is a new EFF member, Mr. Carl Niehays. Mr. Niehays, thank you so much for your time. Why I've seen the EFF here consistently since day one, but you personally today are part of the people attending this court proceedings. Why are you here, Mr. Niehays?
Let me start by saying the EFF is here right from the beginning because the EFF made sure that this case be heard. If it wasn't for the leadership of the EFF in Sekhukhune, this matter of this serious racist assault by these two white racist Boers would not have been brought to court. So we need to applaud the EFF and the leadership of the EFF, and next to me is Fighter Ali, who is the chairperson of the EFF in Sekhukhune. That leadership made sure that this case is heard. Now, secondly, you asked me why I am here. I happen to be white, I happen to be an Afrikaner, but I absolutely abhor and hate racism. And I thought it is very important for me as a white Afrikaner member of the Economic Freedom Fighters to come here today to show my solidarity with my fellow fighters who are fighting against racism and these racist Boers here in Groblersdal, and to deliver a clear and unequivocal message that racism will not be tolerated anywhere in South Africa, whether it's in Oranje or whether it's in Groblersdal or whether it's anywhere in South Africa. And those who do behave in a racist way, like these two accused have, and they also have already previous convictions and arrests, they will have to face the wrath of the law. Racists do not belong in a free democratic South Africa. They belong in jail.
The two accused in court, Mr. Niehays, have stated that political parties are trying to turn this court appearance, which to them is purely a criminal matter, into a political ball, citing that politicians are coming constantly to address people outside court, citing that this is election time. Are you here to electioneer?
I'm not here to electioneer. The EFF is not here to electioneer. The EFF is here to stand on the principle of being against racism. The legal team of the two accused are disingenuous when they try to say that this is not a matter of racism and of politics. They must understand what they did during the last court case. The last appearance, they came with political arguments trying to justify their conduct. Their supporters have come here and made racist political statements, have provoked the people of Groblersdal with their racist conduct and the display of their racist Vier Kleur flag. So they are the racists, they are the ones who play politics, they are the ones who want on the back of a criminal case to promote the bankrupt cause of white supremacism and racism. So they mustn't try and come and accuse others when they are actually the ones who are standing in the dock and are doing these despicable things.
Thank you so much. That's Mr. Kalnies from the EFF. As I was stating then in Unati, there's a contestation of space outside this court, specifically by political parties. We were initially arranged to speak to the provincial secretary of the ANC, but he could not stand it as the EFF people tried to storm that crossing. But now we're joined by the leader of the ACDP here in the province. Sir, just tell us your name and why is the ACDP here?
Well, my name is Joe Makola, the provincial leader of the ACDP in Limpopo. Our reason for being here is very clear. After we have heard of what has happened and what transpired on the first day of the court, we saw it very fitting to be here as the party that brings hope to the nation, as the party that brings godly governance in South Africa, to stand for the people of South Africa and to express our policy position with regard to what has happened. So our position today here is very clear. We will respect the decision of the magistrate in the court, but what we want to emphasize is there shouldn't be any tolerance for what has happened in South Africa.
The accused in court have said politicians are using this case to campaign because, you know, elections are coming out. Are you here to election here?
No, we are not here for the election. What I want you to understand is I'm born and bred in Sekhukhune. The people who are ambassadors of ACDP, standing just behind me, are born and bred here. So our blood has the culture of this place. Our roots are here. So when we see the small city and a beautiful town, Groblersdal, being small, being so smart, being reduced into a battlefield, this is what has brought us here, so that we can speak peace, we can speak unity, we can speak godly governance and bring peace in this small town of Groblersdal.
Thank you so much. That is the leader of the ACDP in Limpopo. As you can see, Unati, it is a big contest by political parties here outside this court. They all say they are not here because elections are upcoming, but they're here because of the case that's happening inside court. We will be heading back in court. It's scheduled to be re-heard again at around 11, where we will see whether that video is played and what further evidence the state has to bring as part of its opposing bail.